Yes, and I'm delighted to be joined by Slaughtmanus manager or selector, part of the management team anyway. James, you're very welcome along to Derry GA TV county final week. It's exciting times for any club.
Oh no, 100%. Like, where would you rather be, I suppose, in the middle end of October? There's plenty of other teams sitting in the house with nothing to look forward to. So no, we'll just embrace the week ahead now and enjoy it, and hopefully make sure preparation's right, and boys don't get too distracted with other things and so on, like this. And
it's all part of it. And the championship, I suppose, you have got your league type thing to see where you're going to finish, but it doesn't really start until the quarterfinals. So, but your quarterfinal victory over Drum here, and then your victory against Lack, obviously at the weekend then in Celtic Park. How impressed have you been with your lads of how they've performed in those two key knockout games?
I think we performed well in parts of the games. I wouldn't say we performed well throughout both games. There's still loads for us to improve on, which I suppose is a good thing in a way as well. Like, we came up against a Drum side that we knew were a very, very good team, and a very young team that have made huge progress from where they were last year. A lot of promising players. I'd say they're going to be a real force to reckon with at junior level the next couple of years going forward, definitely. I would say probably that was the last 20 minutes of the first half. That day was probably the best patch that we've put together in the knockout stages so far. Against Glack, we had a lot of possession, a lot of control in that sense, but maybe it wasn't coming across on the scoreboard as much as what we would like in terms of creating clear-cut scoring opportunities. But again, we knew that Glack are dogged. You know, Glack will battle to the bitter end. And again, a wee bit like the Drum match, we didn't expect anything different. We knew that all these games are going to be really, really tight, because I know we were playing Division 2 this year, and we were delighted to maintain that status. We got some really good results throughout the league campaign against other sides, but the Championship's totally different. And we expected a challenge from both those sides, so we didn't really get anything that we didn't expect at all. But Championship matches are for winning, and I suppose the result is all that matters in the end up. So we're just delighted to be where we are.
Obviously, Derry now stand in the way. You've your inside information. You've been there, so you know quite a bit about your opposition.
I know some of the players, surely, but look, it's 2 years. It's a long time ago. That's changed in 2 years for both sides. Like, so, and I know that obviously we work in St Colum's College, coaching there. I know the young players that have come under their team this year and what they're capable of. So I'm going to help a wee bit, but nothing more than that. I wouldn't be reading too much into that at all. Just like, we played each other twice last year, and I suppose our team even is very, very different from what those sides would have been last year.
New rules as well.
And new rules, obviously, a totally new game
as well, doesn't it?
In many respects. So no, look, I know what a lot of the players are capable of, and we watched them in the quarter-final and the semi-final too, and very impressive in parts yet.
I suppose the semi-final, they looked a beaten team, but I suppose that's a team like Derry that they kept battling to the finish. So that's a warning sign that if you were in front coming down the home straight, that you can see what Derry they're not going to give up.
Oh, but we know that anyway. A lot of pride there with those boys, and didn't expect anything different from them, really. They're never going to give up. And they carried a threat throughout the match. We Owen Quigg especially up front, very direct. Seen that in the Colm Kill match as well, in terms of very direct, and Owen Quigg won a lot of break ball, and because he's both left and right footed, he's very difficult to stop in that sense. He doesn't need a second invite to look at the post and take on the shot. So no, I was impressed with what they did against Moneymore, because they did. Most people would have thought they were dead and buried, but I knew sitting in the stand along with a few other boys that were along with me that game was far from over. Far from over. There was just something in the air. There was a bit of momentum building, and they got there and ended up, and they deserved it.
Just for Slaughtmanus, if they are to lift this cup on Sunday, what would it mean to the club? Obviously, this is what every club dreams of winning at the beginning of the year.
It would be huge. The last time Slaughtmanus won a title at senior level was 1988. So we're coming up 40 years. So in many ways, we need this more than what Pearses probably do. Pearses have had more success in recent times at senior level than what Slaughtmanus have. It would be huge for the club in terms of inspiring the young players that are coming through and the unbelievable work that's being done at underage in the club. We're starting to see the fruits of that now with the under 14s winning out there a couple of weeks ago. Other very promising groups coming through too. So it's not just for this senior group that it would be massive. It would be huge for inspiring those younger players that are coming through and keeping that momentum going with the underage programme. And the senior players are very, very conscious of that too. But as I say, it's a very, very long time since we won a title at senior level, and it would be something we would all be very, very proud of in terms of writing ourselves into the history of the club.
And you've got the run out, I suppose, the semi-final in Celtic Park as well. Do you feel that will help the lads?
Definitely. Actually, like I was saying to the boys, that was the first time since I've been in charge of them now, since 2 years now nearly. That's the first time we've actually ever played in Celtic Park. So no, it would definitely help. I suppose Celtic Park's a wee bit more enclosed than what Owenbeg is, so you're battling the elements a wee bit less.
Yeah.
But look, it's only a small thing, but it's better than not having played on it at all, I suppose, Alan. Yeah.
And obviously there'll be a bigger crowd than the lads will be used to as well. In particular, probably for the second half, they'll begin to filter in for the senior final. So that will add to the lads too. I suppose it's something they'll not have experienced before. So that's all part of the big county final day.
Yeah, and the reality is it might not be something they get the experience again anytime soon. Hopefully they do, but there's, you know yourself, there's no guarantee. And when we have this opportunity now, it's important that we make the most of it. And you know, it's about enjoying the build up to the week too and embracing that atmosphere. And I have no doubt that the club will have lots of people coming over to support the senior team, as will Pearses. So even before the supporters for the senior games start coming through the turnstiles, there's going to be a good crowd in the stand, and the atmosphere will be very, very good. So I'm sure that'll inspire the boys on. You know yourself, there's nothing better when you hear a few roars to make you run that wee bit faster or tackle that bit harder.
Exactly. Well, enjoy the build up and enjoy the occasion,
you,
and in particular on Sunday, the very best luck.
Thanks a million.
Thanks so much.